first thing you need to do when you get your kit and you've unpacked it is to reduce down all of the foliage. And there's a few key pointers about this part which I'll talk you through. Obviously it's now at the moment very big and bulky and possibly a bit wet, so what you want to do is just initially nip off the big branches to reduce it down to a more manageable size. And this is the point in the workshop where it looks like a tree has exploded. That's all part of the fun. If you've got a garage or something you can do this in, it's a good idea. Or do it, make sure you don't do it in a carpeted area, obviously. There's a bit of a clean up to consider afterwards. So you're just taking off the big branches so that you've got something to work with. You've got holly in your pack. Just be careful. Gardening gloves are a good idea at this point as well before you start, especially if there's spiky bits in like this. So I'm just going to nip the ends of these off and just put them all in one pile of type of foliage if you can. If you've got holly, use the leaves as well, not just the pieces that have the nice berries on, because the foliage is pretty as well and it's evergreen, so it will last a long time on your wreath. So don't waste it. So at the moment you're just cutting everything to quite a large size, so that's probably the height of my hand, maybe a bit bigger. Don't cut anything really small at this point, because it may be that it may end up being too small to use on the wreath. I'm just sorting this out into piles. All of your spruce foliage should come up quite a small size anyway. There shouldn't be any large branches of that. That's quite convenient. So once you've got everything in a more manageable size, I'm going to cut these off as well. You're going to make all of your cuts at a 45-degree angle. The reason for this is because it will improve the lifespan of your foliage, because it will be able to drink more effectively from the moss once it's on the wreath at a 45-degree angle. I don't know the science of that, but that's how it works. Some of these smaller pieces you may find you won't use. So if you've got any ends of your conifer foliage, just nip the end off, because that's quite a nice large piece there. So I'll start with some of these pieces. Some of these are very long, the ends of them, so what we're going to do is snip off the tops. And we'll start with the spruce. So that's quite a large piece. It's even larger than my hand. So I'm going to take off about an inch off the bottom at a 45-degree angle. I don't know if you can see that there, but that's your 45-degree angle. So it's sort of like a little bit of a point. Remove any foliage from about an inch of the bottom of the stem, and then that's ready to go on. So make a pile of small, medium and large in every type of foliage that you have. So we're just going to work a few pieces there. Same with all foliage. Remove leaves or pine needles from the base, because that's the part that's going to be in contact with the moss. So I'm going to get a couple of larger pieces here as well, so they won't all just be straight branches.